right, and good morning, everybody. We are back. We are live. Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, for the second annual Barry Hooey One-Time Memorial. We are just about to get started. We have Brian Butler, Albert Augustine doing battle on the table. Brian being from Edmonton, Albert from Calgary. I am your host. My name is Grant. I am sitting beside the one and only Miss Stephanie Toy.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to it, everybody. Albert at the table, ready to break. It's
Albert won the leg.
He got the wing ball on the break. Really, really nice looking table. Unfortunately, does not get a look
It's got
at
the edge.
that one ball.
It's got the edge of the one ball. Sitting right in line here. He's looking to swerve here.
Absolutely, Justin. Sorry, Steph. Albert did beat Joe.
It was a good one.
It was. It was
9-2.
a good win for Albert.
Albert played really well yesterday.
Good morning, David. How are you? And just so everybody is aware, we do have both chat lines going, Facebook as well as YouTube. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask. We will do our best to answer them.
I did pin the challenge draw to the Calgary Pool Scene Facebook page yesterday. If somebody has it, maybe you can just put it in your comments there. We'll pin it.
If we can. So a push out from Albert to start. Safety from Brian. I would imagine Albert here using a separating safety, maybe even the 3-ball here.
Ooh.
Not bad. Does he get a window between the 6-9, or does he have to go to the left side of the 6 with some right-hand spin? Come in contact with that 1 ball. Looks like there is a window. That's what Brian's lining up for.
He's got the window. He can kick it. Oh, he almost made it.
It was close. Unfortunately, with the miss, it does sit really pretty for Albert. Nothing tied up, everything wide open. Negotiate your patterns, and this should be rack number 1 for Albert.
Albert's playing pretty good these days.
Indeed.
Little love rub on that too. Yeah, we missed you, Justin. Should come and hang out.
Yeah, if you can't come play in it, come hang out with us for sure.
Hope you're recovering speedily. That is a word.
Speedily.
Speedily.
All right, we'll just go with that. And I think
Albert's a little heavy on the weight there.
Overcooked it a little bit. He's going to the short stick. What's going on, Philip? Thanks for tuning in. Houston, Texas in the house.
Houston, probably much warmer than we are here in Calgary.
Yeah, most places are warmer than what we are here in Calgary. And you know, Steph, it's been a minute since you and I got to hang out on the mic.
Yeah, I don't get mic time very often these days.
Well, you're more utilized in running these events. You do an amazing job at it.
Thank you. Some other matches we got going on this morning. We got Ben and Carlos on one of the tables here. That is another good match, along with Steven and Jordan playing just off to the side here.
And I think it's John Pay Pompey, Mike Crooked Neck.
Yeah, Mike and Mike and Clint, Leo and Greg made it from Saskatchewan. Special thanks to them for making the drive out. Really great when we get some out-of-towners coming.
Yeah, and this event here, it's an annual event. For those that are not aware of who Barry Hooey was, he was the grandfather of the Calgary pool scene. Nice little jump shot from Albert there. Leaves himself sitting pretty on the 2-ball. Go 2 rails around. Just past where the cue ball is right now for the 6 into that left-hand side pocket. He could hold up here, too.
He's got the 4-ball here. 4-ball first.
Yeah, he's going 2 rails around for the 6.
You said 2-ball. Sorry.
Oh. That's...
I zoned out.
I may have, too. It's early. So if I'm calling the 2-ball the 4-ball, my apologies. And there is our pin master, David Wilson, back at it, pinning it up for us. John Walper also posted that for us. Thank you, guys. Let's see if Steph maybe can grab her phone and pin that to the page. What's going on, Jeff? Thanks for tuning in. St. Edwards, Nebraska, in the house.
Myrtle Beach, welcome. This is the first rack of the day. Should be a fairly long day. However, it is going to go
quick.
A little fast.
Yeah.
We are utilizing 16 tables today. B side is being run on the 7-foot diamonds behind us.
Yeah, it's a different event.
Yeah,
being,
so
an 89er.
98er.
89er.
9 ball on the 9-foots on the A side. Winner's side for those of you in the U.S. And 8 ball on the box diamonds behind us, racing to 6.
And we will bring you some of those matches as well. We do have the PTZ camera that we can kind of shoot anywhere in the room here. So what's going on, Jay? Thanks for tuning in from Manitoba. Tony, how are you? And you'll have to excuse if Steph jumps in and out of the mic. She is our tournament director for the event here. So she'll pop in and out. It is kind of a cool format, Tiara. It's something that I actually saw a post for the 89er in the Oklahoma area. And it was something that I looked at and went, that's got to be a pretty cool event to play. And then when Barry passed, I made this suggestion on his memorial event when it was being structured to maybe utilize that. You kind of get the best of both worlds. You'll get players that want to come down and play on, obviously, the diamond 9-foots, and then players like myself, I prefer the diamond 7-foots. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get to play a little bit of 9 ball on the big table, and then 8 ball on the 7-foots if you happen to go to the B side. And I did not see, I think it was Albert that won that first game.
Took our eye off the ball for a second there.
Yeah, we did. James, how are you? Tuning in Lincoln City, Oregon. There will be at some point today, James, we will bring you some of the B-side action on the 7-foot tables. What's going on, Steve? Tuning in from Oklahoma. And guys, you know what to do. Help us out. Smash that share button. For guys looking to rent about 20 tables for a weekend, who do you use in Western Canada? It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for diamonds, really you can only get those out of the States. They're pretty expensive to bring up. But I know that SML has tables, Southern Music here in Calgary, that they are always looking to rent out. Yeah, TR, it's a pretty cool event. It's a really good format. Like I said, you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Really good way to utilize more tables in the venue when they don't have 20 9-foot tables or 20 bar box tables.
Yeah.
In this establishment here, we only have 8 of each. So it definitely allows for us to run the tournament a little bit faster when we can run the A side on one set and the B side on the other.
That sounded like a little bit of a miscue from Brian there.
It
Meant to draw that back just a touch, or maybe it was supposed to be a touch follow, maybe?
Yeah, he's
a little bit of a drag shot.
Doing some extra chalking here just to make sure. He didn't like that very much.
No. Teresa Goff, how are you? It
Hey,
has
Teresa.
been a minute. From Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Welcome to it, Cher. So Brian Butler is out of Edmonton. Oh, look at this.
Going
What
for
a
the
shot
9
on the
ball.
9
Makes
ball.
it.
What a shot.
Sweet, sweet shot.
When you own a pool hall like Brian Butler, you get sneaky with some of those shots.
Brian does get to play quite a bit. However, he also has a very long history of some great pool.
He does.
Played along with some of the best.
He does. He owns a pool hall up in Edmonton. It's called Top Shots. Phenomenal pool hall.
One of my favorite halls.
Absolutely. So if you are ever in the Edmonton area, make sure you go check out Top Shots. You've now seen what Brian looks like. You can go up to him and let him know Q Sports Live sent you there, and he'll take care of you.
Yeah, they, I believe they have something like 18 9-foot Raraka tables, 6 Valley bar boxes, plus they've got some darts and some ping pong tables. They just recently added a golf simulator there. Brian is
And
usually there.
The layout of the hall is my
And their
favorite
food is
aspect.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Brian is usually there. If not, their manager, Jeff Wanless, is super helpful. So if you can stop in there, let them know that you heard of them from CSL. They would appreciate it. Great place.
I can tell you, you won't regret visiting Top Shots. Amazing
shot.
pool hall for sure.
Nice shot from Albert here. Might be reaching slightly. Albert's kind of on the shorter side.
Holy cow, there's a place in Wilmington, North Carolina has 40 tables.
So
8, 9 foot and 32 sevens.
I feel like that's fairly common in the U.S. There's actually quite a few halls where they have
big
20
number, yeah.
plus, 30 plus tables. And they have some outstanding league nights there. I wish we had something like that here.
Yeah.
But I don't think Canada has anything like that.
The closest one that I've seen is actually where I just was in Montreal. Well, you've been there, right? Amazing
That's
pool
Dooley's.
hall.
Dooley's in,
in St. John's, Sir Richard Lou.
Yep.
Amazing hall. Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Albert's going to leave himself a little tough here.
Oh, and hampered over the 9 ball.
A little
So the
over
rule
the
sets
9 and long.
in this particular format, it is cue ball fouls only. We were going to try to do the impeding ball rule, but without refs to enforce that makes it a little bit tough. So it is cue ball fouls only in this particular event. And he is pushing to the safe. Does he get by the 7? Without the rub on the 7, I think he was good there, but this will leave an open door for Brian Butler.
I think Brian's got this.
I think so too, and I think he's just going to pop this in, maybe come off that left-hand side rail, back across where the spot is, and put that 6 ball into the middle left. And Goose Hall in Tulsa has 35 tables.
Yeah, I wish we had something like that here in Canada. I don't think that there's any sort of space that allows for those many tables here. I haven't heard of any anyway. Oh, Brian just missed it.
Well, you're probably seeing
Does he
a
get fortunate?
little. Oh, does he get good? If that
It's no
5 would
gimme.
have. No, it's definitely not a gimme. This does not have to go. And if that 5 would have rolled up a little bit more, obviously that would have been a touch better for Brian, but it does give Albert the opportunity.
We have James and Sabrina saying hey on our YouTube chat. For those of you who don't know, we also do run simultaneously to YouTube.
Care to try that simultaneously again?
Simultaneously. I got my morning lip still on. But if you know anybody who'd like to watch and don't have a Facebook account, they can just watch on YouTube. We are live there,
You bet.
following along with the chat.
And it's always appreciated, guys, let me tell you. Anytime that, and we're still growing. We've grown now just over 36,000 followers on Facebook. And that's probably been about 1,500 in the last 2 to 2.5 weeks. So we really do appreciate it. We are working hard. We got some big things coming up. I know I keep saying it, but the types of things that we're working on, they take a lot of time to kind of get all the irons in the fire, get all the I's dotted, the T's crossed, all those kinds of things. But I'm excited about it. There's a lot of things that we're working on to bring in. And believe me, as soon as I am able, we will let y'all know what that is.
Looks like rack number 3 is going to go to Brian Butler here.
You betcha.
Nice little run out, left himself just the right angles.
And we do have the viewer advantage shopping spree.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, so do I. For those that are familiar with the viewer advantage, we have changed it up a little bit. Prior to, you had the choice of a T3, jump brake cue, the Jacoby Black, or a JB case. With this one, it is a $700 Canadian shopping spree. You can spend that at any of our sponsors. So you can spend that at Jam Up. You can buy a T3. You can buy the Jacoby Black. You can buy Brutal Game Gear. You can spend it all at one spot or spread it around and get yourself a bunch of different things. So if you do want In It to Win It, it is $20 Canadian. And if you're in Canada, you can email that, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you with how you can get in to win. What's going on, Mr. John Clark?
Brian got a ball but didn't leave himself a note on this one ball.
He's just going to pop this one ball up and potentially hide that cue ball behind the 6 ball. Great shot.
Does.
Really well done. This is a tough hit to get to.
Yeah, Albert's really close to that 6, so takes the jump out of question.
He might actually have to go 2 rails off the bottom rail, right-hand side rail, and go down. I can't see him getting there 3 rails or 2 rails going forward.
Yeah,
with the 2 ball where it is.
It's a tough shot.
That's a really, really tough shot.
I don't know, that one ball's kind of sitting in a tough spot for 2 rails.
I think he's got to go 2 rails the other way.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he hit the window between that 2-9.
Didn't miss it. Wait for it. Oh.
Yeah. That would have been genius. Hey? 5 rails around. So I think this will be a quick rack here for Brian Butler. 1 ball into the top left, set himself up for a nice little combination on the 2-9.
Wow, Eric says, who was that? Eric, sorry. Speed reading here. Eric says that Q Masters in Virginia has 70 tables.
Holy Hannah.
That is ridiculous.
That's craziness.
Yeah. Oh, 2-9 combo for rack 4. Over.
It was a quick one. It is sponsor time. One of our sponsors here at Q Sports Live, the Mike Burton Home Team. They are your Remax Realty professionals in Calgary. If you are in the market for buying, selling, or in need of a mortgage, make sure you give them a call. Very well-known pool players around the city as well, but definitely the best in the business when it comes to real estate. What's going on, Robert Halliday? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I feel like here in Calgary, we could probably make a go of something that big with 70 tables, league-wise, run it, fairly busy from Monday to Thursday. However, real estate here in Calgary is not very affordable.
It's pretty expensive.
It's pretty out there. I know that in the U.S., when I hear some of the pricing of your housing, it is astonishing because we pay here
cheap like borscht.
What you pay for, fairly good-sized houses in the States, we pay for an apartment condo here.
Garbage.
On the lower side for an apartment condo is about $190,000.
That's if you're lucky.
A starter home, which is about 1,600 square feet, would run you just over $400,000. So, if you're looking for an 1,800 square foot home, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, you're looking at $500,000. So real estate here in Calgary for space for that big is pretty unheard of. Wow.
Yeah, nice jump shot from Brian. Unfortunately, on those type of jump shots, I know a lot of players like to try to jump to that 2 ball. I want to land the cue ball about 3 feet before the 2 ball, especially when it's that close to the rail, because that's it. That's the end result. You end up jumping off the table.
Yeah, those balls that sit on the rail are pretty tough. You gotta hit them just right, or you're flying off.
So it definitely gives Albert the chance.
He's looking to catch up here. He was the first one on the board. Brian's got a quick couple of games. Get a 3-1 lead on him. We are racing to 9.
He's got to shoot this window between that 4-7 for the 4 ball into that top right-hand corner. It's a little bit of a jelly rub. Overcooks it just a little bit.
He's all right.
Yeah, it'll still work. He can go 2 rails around. 5 ball into the bottom left-hand corner.
It's a little bit of left. Takes him to the top and left rail.
Great shot.
Good shape on the 5.
And I don't mind the angle.
I prefer the angle, you know, even if he was short or over a little bit to where he is, it still leaves him good angle to travel the table.
He's going to go back pretty much where he's at right now, 2 rails. Doesn't want to be on the rail, though. Really nice shot. Leaves himself a nice angle. Check the left-hand side rail back across the table.
Rob, that is a 500,000 Canadian. Just a question on YouTube here. 500,000 Canadian will get you into a good 18 to 2,000 square foot home here in Calgary.
Tough little shot here. He's kind of on the wrong angle that he wants to be on. So he's either going to have to really draw this shot to the top left-hand side of the table for the 9 into the top right, or try to go forward. And he tried to pinch that. Tried to pinch it. And with these diamond pockets, 4 1/4 deep shelf, if you're going to try to pinch that ball, it's got to be in the heart. That I know, speaking of experience, I tried to pinch a few yesterday in my match against Kevin Osborne, and that was the shot right there.
Great shot.
That's the shot.
Money
Nice.
shot.
Yeah, beautiful draw shot.
And perfect weight. Get on that 9 ball.
Yep, really well done. And this is where we are playing out of today. It is the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta. We're just off Edmonton Trail. Beautiful room. I would class the Leather Pocket as a traditional type of pool hall.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot of bells and whistles, extras in here. No VLTs. It's
No.
strictly tables and food and good company.
Some of the best.
Yes.
And just curious, guys, for the 100 on Facebook and 25 on YouTube, where is everybody tuning in from? And your couch doesn't count.
Rack number 5, 6 ball flies
I'll tell
in.
you what, Brian came out of his shoes on
Oh,
that rack.
and a nice
Does he
little
get the
kick.
jelly bump?
There's that 3 ball just came back and kicked that 1 ball just so he could see it. Otherwise, he was SOL.
And what does that acronym stand for?
Something like so sorry.
Look outside,
Oh,
Pocket. Come on. Come on.
wow.
That side pocket was hungry.
Yeah, he
I'd
hit
venture
that
to
side
say
pocket.
It was hangry.
That side pocket sucked that in. He came at a really tough angle, too. I'm surprised that actually went.
No doubt. Iowa, Oklahoma, Fargo, which I believe is South Dakota. Or is it North Dakota? Fargo, North Dakota.
Langdon, Ireland, Detroit. Welcome, everyone.
No doubt. Tony tuning in all the way from Ireland.
Nice to see you. We have some great players. There's no easy draw in this field today.
Nope. I got made well aware of that yesterday. My
Yes.
first opponent was, of course, Kevin Osborne. Although I did go hill-hill with Kevin. It was a really good match. Probably wasn't our best pool that both of us played, but overall the match was really good.
Thank
Nova
you, everyone, for
Scotia.
tuning in, sharing. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
If you are just tuning in, we are coming to you live from the Leather Pocket here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is our second annual Barry Hooey Memorial Tournament. He was one of our favorite captains of the city. Lost his battle with cancer a couple of years ago. He is very missed. So we are having this tournament in his memory.
He'd love this event.
He would. And it's
Ooh, we got the bad rub on the 7 there.
Oh,
That's going to
just-
dress up nicely for Brian.
a little... Oh, and the 7-9 is...
It is a race to the
wired
7.
to go. If you're just tuning in, this tournament here is a little bit of a different format. We are playing the A side, the winner's side, on 9-foot diamonds. The game is
No.
9-ball, racing a 9.
Oh,
No! 2 scratches in a row from
Brian
Brian.
can't figure out what the heck is going on here this
Yeah,
morning.
he's about to lose his mind. And then we're playing the B side, the loser side, on 7-foot diamonds. 8-ball, racing to 6. So the day's going to go pretty fast.
Rob, I'm assuming KC is Kansas City, out of the good old US of A. And Gord, no problems, brother. You always bug me. I got thick skin, I can handle it. Coldbrook, Nova Scotia.
Albert's going to get the first shot at this 7-9 combo.
Kind of wanted to be a little straighter on that shot, though. Combos are tough enough. You know, I want to get as straight as what you can on that.
Yeah.
Especially with that 7 just being off the rail, 9-ball being on the rail.
He's stretching a little bit.
Yeah,
But I like
reaching
his
as well.
odds.
Yeah,
Got it.
into the heart. For deuce. And so the next event for Q Sports Live, we may go live in between now and Christmas with a Q&A, but the next official event for us, it is the Ashton Twins Classic happening January 2nd to 5th. That'll be played out of the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino here in Calgary, Alberta. Phenomenal, phenomenal event, guys. This is a 64 Ladies Pro, $20,000 added. Alongside that, it is a couple of amateur events, 128 field max for the Open Amateur, as well as a 48 Ladies Amateur event, both with money added. And they are still taking registrations, so if you're looking to spend New Year's in Calgary playing a phenomenal event,
It's going to be a killer tournament.
it will be amazing. You can come down, rub some elbows with some of the best lady players to play in the game.
I know a few of the confirmed entries that they have for the ladies. Allison Fisher is coming, Jennifer Beretta is coming, Emily Duddy,
Taruko, I think. Oh, no.
Taruko.
Taruko's not confirmed.
Yeah. Brittany Bryant is coming, Denise Belanger and Krista Walsh, just to mention a few. It's going to be a star-studded event.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I do have thick skin. How many players overall in this event? There were 46 players. Was $1,000 added, $100 entry fee. Your first place prize money, $1,700. Second prize taken home, $1,070. Third place at $660. Fourth at $430. 5-6 spot taking home $250, and the 7th, 8th getting $160. When is Ben playing? He's playing right now. He's playing Carlos Barbosa. Not sure what the score is over there.
That is going to be that was my second stream match. I was back and forth. Going to be a great match, but I think we're going to see a lot of both of those two throughout the rest of the day. So
I agree. And usually when it comes to Q Sports Live guys playing on the stream, I personally don't want to play on the stream, not because it intimidates me or what have you. I've played on it enough that it's really not a big deal for me. But we want the out-of-towners and players that normally don't play on the stream. That's who we want to have on.
Regardless, I always like watching Brian play.
Yeah.
Like we actually
He's
had
a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's a great player.
Carlos, Rob Phillips, and Brian come down from Edmonton, which I absolutely love. It's been a while since I've seen a couple of these guys, so
No
definitely appreciate them taking the time out to come play.
What's going on, Daryl? Thanks for tuning in. And I'll ask you again, guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out. Hit that share button. It is Saturday morning.
Brian's just really kind of battling the weight here.
It is morning pool, and typically on a 9-foot table, there is a little bit of an acclimation period that most players will go through. But once they kind of settle into the table, we'll start to see some
So, as we
proper
mentioned,
Brian Butler playing.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Brian owns a pool hall up in Edmonton, Top Shots, which we're raving about and told you guys all about. He's got Raraka tables there, and we were actually talking about this a little bit yesterday. And the Raraka tables play a little bit slower. These diamonds are like lightning fast.
They
so
play like greased lightning. For
he's
sure.
he's struggling with the weight a little bit, but I think he's gonna get it down here in the next game or two.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello, Carla Mitchell. It is 12:33 p.m. here, Gord.
It feels like morning,
However,
Gord. It was a late
Pool
night.
doesn't start officially till like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. Anything prior to that is considered morning pool, at least in my eyes, and it should be outlawed. Morning pool is a tough run. Look out, 8-ball.
Oh, almost got it there.
That is not terrible for getting the rub that he did to have that cue ball somewhat hampered by the 9-ball. Makes this a little bit more tricky.
That 7-ball is big. Albert's got to go back and forth here, catch a window.
Oh, he's just going to float it. He hit that really well.
That was
That
nice
was a
weight.
lot harder shot than what he
I
made
would
it
have
look.
actually gone back and forth and tried to hit a window.
I don't
But
think
he
I
hit
would
that
have. I
good.
would have played it the same way, but he made it look really, really easy. And that was not an easy shot.
Albert's playing good. He took out one of the favorites yesterday, took out Joe Spence. 9-2, played really well.
Yeah, I would agree. Chinese 8-ball with snooker cut pockets, that is a challenge for sure.
Something that we don't have here in Calgary yet are some Chinese 8-ball tables.
Would love to have them. I'd like to get race on in too. I'd love to play on a race on table. Nice little touch shot from Albert there. Nice little float shot, 7 into that side. He could also pinch it over for the 8 into the top
No,
right hand.
I think I like the.
I like the float too, but it depends on the shooter. 2 ways to go about it. Just float it in, roll up, or you can just pinch it over.
He fluffed it in.
He did. He wetted it in.
Fluffed it in, just a little fluff. Just a little,
How about a float?
well, I don't know. Same thing. When I say fluff it in, you know what I said. You know what I mean.
Had a nice angle there to get over on the proper side for that 9-ball.
Albert's looking to make this game tighter. This is for a 4-3. 4-3 it is.
4-3.
Rack number 8 coming up.
And we'll give a shout out to one of the other Q Sports Live sponsors. It is Jacoby Custom Cues. It is the home of the Jacoby Black. If you are looking to get your hands on one, we do get a little bit of a special deal on those Jacoby Blacks. You can send a message to the Q Sports Live page. We do actually have, believe it or not, a couple of them in stock.
No, you
I'm
don't.
not kidding you. Now, we
No,
don't
you
physically have
don't.
them, so here's the
Oh.
here's what I say when I say in stock. We have a bin at Jacoby Custom Cues with our name on it. Inside that bin is where our stocks are. So the second that you want it and it gets ordered, We send that into Jacoby. They ship it out. So there is not a 6-month wait period. But it is a small number. We don't have a lot in stock.
So if you're thinking about getting a black, this is a good time to do it. Get shipped right out from, straight out from the warehouse. Direct to you. So Brian breaks here. Breaks dry. However, that 7-9 is a little ugly. Albert's going to have to do something to develop that.
He's got really nice angle here. He wanted a little bit, maybe a foot more to the left, but he should be able to spin this.
Spin this to the window. He missed the shot.
Oh, but he missed good.
Wow, got away with that one.
He sure did. That'll leave Brian the up and back. Corey's asking how much. Corey, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll kind of fill you in on exactly what's what.
Pale Shelter on YouTube says, thanks for the stream. He really enjoys these. Well, we enjoy your company and your comments.
Yeah, without you guys doing what you do, helping us, sharing it, and joining in. Oh, he took the varnish off that.
Did not miss that by
ball.
much.
No, he was close.
Like, if wind could have moved that 3 ball, it would have dropped.
But as I was saying there, guys, without you guys tuning in, helping us, supporting, sharing, all of the things that you guys do, we are nothing without you.
Albert's going to spin it, try to hit it. He didn't get it.
And I think he put
Now
just
he's
way too much power into that shot.
snookered.
He overpowered that shot.
Yeah, that 5 ball is huge. He had 75% of the table to work with. He ended up in the wrong percentage.
That 5 ball is like a wall in front.
Albert tried to say it was a good hit. It was a good hit, but
Yeah.
he didn't hit a rail.
Yeah. The hit was
So
all right.
Brian says, thumbs down, no good.
Now, given the layout of the 7-8-9-4, Albert just fouled once. I'm curious to see if Brian is going to attempt the 3 foul rule here. Just tuck that 4 ball in right onto the 9 ball. Utilize the 8 ball.
Try to freeze him behind that 8-9.
Oh, he's gonna put
Lock
him
him
in
up.
jail. I like this even better. Won't be able to hit this too tough. Can't hit this too hard. You don't want to disturb any of those. I think now he'll look at it the other way.
He's going for the combo.
No, I think he's still playing safe. Attempted to play safe.
I like to put a little bit more angle on that and come off the top rail and back out mid-table.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of hit that a little straight.
Yeah, and if he would have placed that angle on there and utilized that top rail to come back down table like he said, which is what I thought that's exactly what he was going to do.
Oh.
And Albert in a world of hurt here.
Yeah, he did
Even
it to
go
himself.
behind the 8 ball is tough.
Yeah, that window
This is a
between the
tough shot.
8-4 probably looks bigger on screen than it is in real life. That's probably only a 4-inch window
See
from
if I
the
can
rail
give
to
you
the
a
8.
Different view here. That is, I mean, he can certainly get to that rail that he's got his finger on. But this is a tough hit. He's actually got to go 2 rails and then just chop the top side of the 4 ball.
He's
I don't
got to
think
go
he can-
rail first.
Unless he's going to put a lot of left-hand spin, but that gets touchy.
Oh,
Just
he
missed
hit
it.
the window. He hit the window,
He
just
hit the
missed the
window.
4.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Sandra. That's something that we utilized last year as well. We ran a lot of pictures of Barry last year, so we figured we'd bring it back this year as well.
Opportunity here for Brian to gain another game. It's a pretty tic-tac-toe out here.
Yeah, you might have to go full half table up and back. What's the score with Jordan and Holem? Not sure. We don't actually have scoreboards. They're using coins on the table. But it is 1, 2, 3 to 1 for somebody. What's going on, Mr. Poolaholic himself? Mr. Johnny on YouTube. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. And again, if you are just tuning in, you know what to do. You know what I'm going to say. Hit that share button.
Sharing is caring.
It is not a bad safety there from Brian.
Great shot from Brian. Wow. Maximum distance, full ball hooked.
And at this point, there's really not going to be a spot for you to hide. So I think Albert's going to dig down, hit this with some pace, and try to make that 8 ball.
He was just
Tough
looking,
shot.
not really sure if that 8 ball is frozen to the rail or not.
This is a tough shot no matter what he's trying to do.
Ooh.
Or does he get it the second time? Does he get it the second time? A little bit circusy.
Brian's got a little smirk on his
He
face.
sure does. He's going, what is going on here? I try that stuff and I scratch into the side twice. Oh, and then he totally missed that
Air
ball.
ball.
Very uncharacteristic-like. And Brian says, I've had enough of this game. Just mark one up and we'll have a tie ball game.
Yowza.
Yeah, yikes. And once again, guys, we do have the viewer advantage. A little bit different. It is a shopping spree, $700 Canadian. Any way you want to spend it, that's how you spend it. Whether you choose Jacoby Custom Cues, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper Cues, Brutal Game Gear, or JB Cases, you can spend it all in one spot. Or spread it around if you want in to win. They are $20 Canadian per pack to get in to win. That draw will be done tomorrow evening following this event.
Yeah, if you guys want to get 57 shirts from Jam Up, I won't judge you.
Right? I'm getting close to that. But, if you want in and you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada and you want in to win, send a message to the Q Sports Live page and I'll get back to you.
This is rack number 9. Albert to break here. And gets the ball. 2 balls set up nicely, although Albert, I think, is stretching here.
Pete Robertson back in it. Much appreciated you tuning in. He is my main man from Australia, Adelaide, if my memory is correct.
I won't torture you with my Australian accent.
Yeah, no. I'm not even going to bother trying. Grant, see your PM. Message me when I'm able. I will do that, Gord.
Oh, short side on the 4 ball. No!
9 ball is massive.
Albert looks to the sky for some help here.
Give me some guidance, he says.
He's kind of locked himself up on a few of these shots.
He has, overcooking the weight a little bit. Yep, Adelaide, Australia, tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in.
Oh,
great
wow.
shot. Great shot.
Good recovery.
That will work. Although he's left himself a little bit straight.
He's a lot straight.
I'm sure, given the last shot, he'll take it.
He is a lot straight on this 4 ball. Might just opt to take what the table gives him here.
I think so. Oh, he stood up in that shot in a major way.
Yeah.
Although, he's going to leave it good. If you're going to miss, guys, this is how you do it.
I like the carom here.
I'm actually going to play the safe. I'm going to go off the left-hand side of the 4 into the 7 ball and use the 9 ball.
You could just tap this 4 and leave him behind the 7. Brian went go
look
for the
at
bank
this.
in the
Brian,
heart.
Brian says, I'm just going to kick the front door down. I'm
like
going
it.
to take it home. I love it. I love that aggressive play. The pool gods are cruel sometimes. Oh my gosh. Brian doubling it up. Now the good thing is here, there's a lot of distance between that cue ball 5 ball, and he's got to hit this good
Yeah,
to
he's
get
gonna
back
have to
for
stroke
shape
this
on
ball.
that 7 ball. I do believe he has natural angle that if he powered this in with some top hand or top spin.
But can he
he'll just
stroke
get
this
there.
in without jumping up?
We'll see. He's got that Filipino stroke thing going on.
He does. But Albert's got a great stroke, and he's been playing really well this weekend.
Hey, thanks, Pete. We appreciate it, and as always, appreciate you tuning in all the way from Adelaide, Australia. And of course, once you tune in, you always let us know that you shared the stream, which we appreciate. If there's anything anybody could ever do to help us out, that is one of the easiest and most simple ways that we could ever ask for help, is simply share the stream. It's a share button down on the bottom left, and you can share that to your own personal page. You can share it to any of the pool groups that you're associated with. That helps us out. Right. The other thing that helps us is all of the sponsors that you see here on Q Sports Live, and I'm not just saying with Q Sports Live. For where I come from and where I stand, without sponsors in any given tournament, regardless of the tournament, regardless of who's streaming it, it is because of those sponsors. And they deserve all of the credit, all of the recognition that we attempt to give them all the time. And even if you can't utilize their services and you're not in the market for anything that they're offering, it takes 2 seconds to go onto their social media page and say thank you for the support in supporting the game that we love. And just give them a note. Let them know you've seen them on Q Sports Live, and that lets them know.
Let them know their
being
advertising
seen.
is working.
Absolutely. It's so imperative. Without any of the sponsors, guys, there are no real tournaments. Really nice off-the-rail shot first from Mr. Butler. He's going to regain his lead. Shared the stream all the way in St. Joseph. We appreciate it big time, Dylan. Brian Butler with another one on the board. And we'll give a shout out to one of the newest sponsors of Q Sports Live. It is Brutal Game Gear. They are based out of Texas, I believe. Mr. Bryant is the man with the plan when it comes to
Really good
gear.
selection of gear, too.
Well, and if you're in that area down in Texas, I believe, get a hold of him. The guy is a genius on the table, and I do believe he does give lessons and so on and so forth, but he's an absolute genius on a pool table.
Rack number 10.
Now I can start to see the numbers climb, and here we go. Now we're getting there. Oh, I guess I could clear Brutal Game Gear off the screen.
Just in time. Rack
Just
number
in
10,
time.
Brian Butler to break.
Sandy Badger! How are you, my dear? It has been a minute.
Hey, how come you didn't come down?
Yeah, you got Carlos is here, Brian's here, Rob is here. A few made it down from
Yeah.
Edmonton. Would have been nice to see.
Could have had roadies.
Right? And you know our door's open. Oh, Albert.
Albert overcut the one
Yeah,
ball.
big time open table miss. Albert doesn't usually do that.
Brian's going to like this. Nice open table, nothing tied up. Everything leads to the next.
Busy grandma. Well, we'll let you off the hook this time, but we'll see you January 2nd to 5 for the Ashton Twin Classic. really, really, really looking forward to that.
Brian's just waiting for Jordan to get out of the way here. But I think he likes this table.
I think so too. I mean, it's a little bit tricky from 3 to 4. So he needs to leave himself some really good angle to the left of center on this 3 ball. And then it's a really, really touchy shot. But that would be your game-winning shot. This is the 3 to the 4. From there, everything else is fairly routine. I'm so looking forward to that event, Sandy.
Yeah, it's going to be deadly. A star-studded event.
So he went to the right side of center.
I think he's okay here. He can just...
See, I would have went farther up table and left it left of center so that I could shoot the 3 into the corner and check off the right side rail back across table for the 4 into the top left.
I don't mind where he's at here. He can either go 2 bottom and go 2 rails off the top and the left come middle table. He just needs to be, just below the 7 here.
And he goes rail first underneath. Does it pass that 6 ball?
Underneath?
It does pass the 6.
I think it just gets
go.
by. But I don't mind him either. He could have just come off the top rail off that 3 ball and just come, center table.
You're shooting a deadly window off of lightning fast tables.
And that is one thing that we did point out earlier. Brian is struggling a little bit with the weight on these diamonds. He does play a lot of 9-foot. However, we discussed this yesterday, and the Raraka tables at his hall are considerably slower. So these diamonds are really fast.
They are.
He's been battling the weight
He's going to have to
for this match, but
he's going to have to pinch the 6 too. A little bit of right-hand spin on that.
he's got it.
A hit and stick.
He's got it.
Great shot. Shared Ryan from Indiana. Thank you very much, Ryan. We appreciate it. Pretty much a hit and a stick here for the 8 and 9 into the same pocket in the top right hand.
Go ahead and start.
And I think he got a little straight, but he'll be all right here. Force the angle a little bit, and Albert jumps up and says, "You're good, sir." That will give Brian a 2-game cushion heading into rack number 11. It will be Albert doing the breaking. And we'll give a shout out to, again, one of the Q Sports Live sponsors, Nick's Q Innovations. He is based out of Calgary. He does have players sending him all of their Q repair from pretty much all over Canada and the States. The guy's an absolute genius. You'll be able to find him on Facebook. But an absolute genius when it comes to Q repair. If you need any tips or so on and so forth, the guy fixes stuff you shouldn't be able to fix. And his quality and the craftsmanship that he has is phenomenal. Calgary's really blessed with pool players, but along with the pool players, we're blessed to the fact to have Nick here out of Calgary. The problem with watching good pool is eventually you have to pee. That is absolutely the truth.
Eventually, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You got to time it. This is race to 9, so Brian's only got to win 3 more. Albert's only got to win 5 more.
Did Steven win his match? He's still playing. He's at 1, 2, 3. I know somebody's got 4 in his match. I can't see where the other coin is. But he's looking good to take that game. I think he's actually trailing. Steven, I think, is trailing 4-3 against Jordan Rodman.
So Albert's got clear view to this 1 ball. See what he does with it here.
He's going to try to separate with the safety here. Please slow down the ads. 10-second ad wouldn't be as distracting. Well, as true as that may be, as I just mentioned, Joseph, without those sponsors, Q Sports Live wouldn't be here. The pool that you were watching would not be free. And there wouldn't be money added into this event.
I think he's just asking to slow down the flip. How it
Oh, I see. I see.
I would help you there, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't.
I just work here.
I'm just a voice. The technical stuff will have to be.
Oh, a quick 2-9 from Brian. Get out. Came close
good.
to that side.
He's good.
He gave her a little
Quick
leg
game.
English there.
I see what you're saying now, Joseph. I will attempt. I'm not going to try it now because I'll probably crash the stream. The technical side's not my strong point. Color commentating, maybe. Technical side, not so much. But I will attempt to do that once we shut down.
We had to show
matches.
Grant where the messenger button was this morning.
Hey, easy, easy. I knew where the refresh was.
Are you saying it's not true?
I'm not denying or confirming anything.
Okay, rack number 12 coming right up. Brian's up over Albert, 7-4, racing to 9. This format here is a little bit different. However, I absolutely adore it. We're playing 9-ball on the 9-foot diamonds, racing to 9 on the A side, the winner side. We're playing 8-ball on the 7-foot diamonds behind us, racing to 6 on the loser side.
Or the B side if you're from Canada.
Yep. So this day is going to go fairly quick. We're going to bring back the final 8 on Sunday, so we'll see how fast we get through today. But not as much waiting on tables, which is fabulous.
Well, if you want my honest opinion, Joseph, here's my honest opinion. I don't like the ad scrolling at all. If I had things my way, the ads wouldn't be on the screen. They would be right off, and I would just run the posters. But I am not the only voice here of Q Sports Live. There are 3 of us, and there are times I have to relinquish.
We'll just deal it for this one here. Albert's got the rake out on this 1 ball, left himself good on the 2.
How is Ben doing?
Ben,
he's at the table right now, but that's about all I can tell you.
yeah, Ben and Carlos are battling it out over there.
They are. Unfortunately, they don't have the flip charts, and so I can't really see what their score is.
No flip charts, no beads here in this venue. So they are marking games by coins on the table.
Yeah, I know somebody's at 6, but that's about all I know.
So Albert has a good shot of clearing up this rack here. He does have the 6-ball by the 8-9 just to develop that 8-9 a little bit.
He's going to have to get back down pretty much where he's at now, right where his tip was.
Uh-oh, wrong angle. He might have to come off the rail. Oh, I don't know.
I think he's fairly straight. Let's see if we have a better angle here.
Yeah, he did not want to be straight.
No.
That 8-9 needs a little bit of a bump. It does not go. From this angle here, it looks like it's kind of, you could possibly make the combo to the corner, but it is not a good combo.
I don't know if you're making that combo to the corner.
It needed a bump.
Well, he's actually not bad. He could go short side here with a really good touch, right where the second diamond on that right-hand top rail is.
Or
If he
draw
can-
off that right side.
That's
Draw
what I'm
off
saying.
the right
If he
side
draws off the 7.
Go for the bump.
I wouldn't go for the bump. I would have tried to play shape. Although now he's in a even better position. If there's separation between that 8-9,
There
you can
is.
just play that rub off the 8 and make them.
Yeah, I like the carom here because your choices are fairly limited. You want to just rub that 8 super thin, carom the 9 ball in.
That's what he's looking at right now. And it really does depend on the separation between that 8 ball, 9 ball. I do have one other angle. I'm not a fan of the picture, but that's probably the best angle I can give you. Right, option 3, I guess, is also to play safe.
Play the safe.
Didn't want the 8 ball to leak out there. Let's see.
I really like the carom on that shot. I gotta tell you.
Okay, so Brian's got full ball here, so I think you're going to see him try to utilize the 9. Punch in this 8 ball, draw behind the 9 ball.
Sure does. Does he get there?
Well, he's got a separating safety, but I'm pretty sure Albert can see this full ball.
Yeah.
He can, for sure.
It's a tough shot, but he wanted to be behind the 9. But this is a good follow-up.
So Albert getting a little bit crafty, trying to use that 9 ball as well. Unfortunately, I think he's left the pot on here for Brian a little bit hampered with that 9 ball being where it is. But I've seen Brian numerous times spear these things in like they're nothing.
Okay,
Now,
I'm
doesn't
just
leave
gonna.
it good.
I'm gonna hop off here. I'm just gonna make sure our 1 o'clock matches. That also means
Oh,
you
that means me.
get started here. I'll be right back.
Okay, I might have to. Can you delay mine just a little bit? I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the stream unmonitored, so I'll delay my start time a little bit. So Albert looking to claw one back, and he gets there. And he does just that. He definitely clawed it back. And one other shout out to another Q Sports Live sponsor. It is JB Cases, the protection your Q deserves with the design you desire. And I don't know if you've gone onto the JB Cases website or not, but if you haven't, there are almost endless possibilities that you can design your own JB case. And of course, the separating factor with JB cases versus pretty much anybody else in the case industry is, number one, the quality that they're made with. Secondly is their warranty. Their warranty on their stuff is second to none. Not only do they warranty the case, but if your cues are in that case and they do happen to get damaged, they will also warrant your cues. Albert at the table, ready to break rack number 13. Makes a ball. Looks like he's going to get good position for the 1 ball. Dresses up nice. 1 to the 2, fairly elementary. It could be a race to the 5 ball if Albert chooses to take that 5-9 combo. Whether he will or won't, if it was me at the table, I don't think I would be. The table's sitting actually really nicely. And generally on an open table like this, I'm not going to take the chance on the combination. But so much of that does depend on the shooter at the table. If he feels like being aggressive, the 5-9 is definitely on. And it is a time saver. It would put him within striking distance of making it a tie ball game. Hit and stick. Decides to roll forward instead. Gets the correct angle. And we'll see how he plays this. So if he wants to do this 5-9, that's exactly what he's looking at right now is the 5-9 combination. A little bit tougher. It's a lot of distance between that 5-9. I'm not sure I would attempt it.
I have an update.
I'm probably just going to run this table out. They're all sitting pretty. I don't think I'm going to chance it. However,
I have an
Albert's
update.
going for it. What's the update?
You want to hear it?
I do. What's it updating?
Ben and Carlos
Yes.
is 7-2 for Carlos.
Wow.
And not that I'm surprised at the score. I just thought it would be a much tighter match. So
Yes.
I don't know if-
I've kind of been watching a little bit over there as much as what I can. And I think Ben is rattling and hanging a lot of balls.
is he? I haven't really been watching. When I was just getting the matches underway on this other side here, somebody updated me that Carlos had been 5-0 apparently, and now it's 7-2 in favor of Carlos.
So they're going
Which,
game for game.
like I say, that the skill doesn't surprise me. I knew that was going to be a great match.
Yeah.
However, I just thought it was going to be a little bit more back and forth, tighter.
Well, and I mean, 9-ball is one of those games that you need a little bit of luck on your side. And typically in these longer races, somebody's going to get the luck on the start. And at some point in the match, that tends to flip and the luck changes sides. So Ben and I have talked about this numerous times where hang around long enough for that luck to switch back to your favor.
If you can hang in there long enough.
Listen, I've seen Ben come back down 8-1 in a race to 9 to win. So I don't count him out no matter what the score is.
Ben's probably got one of the biggest hearts. He's going, oh, it was a two-way. It was
That
a
was
two-way.
a really nice shot. That was a 3-way.
He
He had
either makes the
potential to
bank.
potential to make the bank and leave safe if he misses, or potential to even make the 9.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Corey says he thinks it's 7-7. Did I miss a game?
I don't know.
I don't think
I had
so.
to go work. I left that to you.
Can you maybe just jump over and take a look down the road?
Hang on.
I thought I had kept pretty good score. I don't think I missed one. We'll see. Steph's going to go take a look at it and find out. Little bit short on the shot here from Brian. He's going to have to get nice and tight in on this 4-ball. Well, it will be interesting to see how he plays this. If it was Sky Woodward at the table, that thing is going to be sliced and diced up to the top left-hand corner. Oh,
He did it.
He
Channeled
did.
his inner sky.
he did channel his inner Sky.
The coins do say 7-6.
Thanks, John. I will have a look at all those messages and so on and so forth. Probably, honestly, after I have to play, as soon as I should actually be playing now. But I don't want to leave the commentary or the stream unmonitored. So I'll probably have a look at all those messages and so on and so forth after my match.
Brian's battling. He's battling.
It's the speed of these tables, I'm telling you. They play lightning fast.
Yeah, and the spin really grabs. So Brian's just kind of battling
Although
the weight.
He just made this exact shot. It's a thin dice down to the top, or up to the top.
Well,
left hand.
he was just disappointed because this was, could have
Oh,
been much
routine.
easier.
Yeah, routine.
Nice
But
shot.
hits it into the heart. This will put Brian Butler on the hill.
Uh-oh.
He's still
Uh-oh.
good. It's a little overcooked, but he's good. There's really no issues there. Just watch the side pockets, Mr. Butler. They are seemingly eating up your cue ball. There it is.
Good shot.
Very well done. Very, very, very well done.
All right, so Brian's the first one to the hill here. Albert needs this rack to stay alive.
We'll give a shout out to one of our other sponsors while Albert is racking. It is the Thumper Jump Brake Cue, known as the T3. This thing is unbelievably amazing. If you need anybody to vouch for it, you're speaking to one now or listening to one now. All three of us at Q Sports Live have them, myself, Ben, and Ryan. This is a cue I will never, ever be without. The thing hits like a Mack truck, and the jump is unreal. If you are looking to get some new hardware with a jump brake cue, send me a message, and I will give you everything you need to know about it.
Okay, so Albert needs this rack to stay alive. He gets the 1-8 in the bottom right. A little close to the 2, and it's going to be tough to get to the 3.
That 6-3 is ugly.
So I wouldn't...
He can get to this top side here, the bottom side as we look at the table. Exactly that shot, a little bit of left-hand spin, and 2 rails around instead.
Chose to go for a safety.
He did. That will...
Although he didn't get very safe. Overhit it.
I don't know with that angle if Brian can pop it to and put enough draw with left-hand spin to break into that.
Really close to the rail. I don't know if he can get enough junk on it. He's looking at it.
That's exactly what the thought is, right? If you can pot that 2 in the side, bottom left-hand spin, cue ball off the bottom rail, the left-hand spin will take effect and junk into the 6-3.
So Mike says if Ben goes to the B side, he's going to be a beast on the 7 foots.
Oh, Ben's a beast no matter what.
Oh, that 2 ball was going 2 into the corner. That cue ball just stopped it.
Warmbra, how are you, brother?
However,
good to see you on the stream again.
There are many beasts in this room. Unexpectedly, Joe Spence went to the B side last night. So Joe Spence is going to be on the B side today, actually right now, playing 8 ball on the box. There will be lots of beasts to meet Ben if that's how it goes down over there.
Well, if I win my next match, I will be meeting up with Mr. Spence.
Assumably.
Assumably, if him and I both win our next match. Nice little safety shot. Ryan just tucks that cue ball right to the deuce. Oh, no troubles at all, Warmbra.
Okay, so Albert gives him this duck 2, but this 3 ball is still not easy.
Look at this shot. Look at this. Oh, that was so close.
Just
he did not miss that by much. And so I think I'm going to utilize the 6. So I'm going to hit that 3 kind of direct into the 6 with some bottom right-hand spin on the cue ball. Leave the 3 in place of the 6 and just draw that cue ball back down pretty much where it is now. Maybe even a little more left of that. Yeah, the music is, I don't know, can you guys hear that music?
Oh, you gotta be able to hear it. It is quite actually loud. I was actually gonna ask them to turn it down, but I forgot. I got sidetracked.
Will it bank? No, the 3 wouldn't have banked. Oh, he thins that in. Does he get the shape on the 4? He might get shape to hit the 4. Don't think he can make it from there.
Yeah, I don't think it's makeable. He's just got the edge. It is a classic, a little a John Bon. One of my favorites. I think I've been to like 3 John Bon concerts.
Really?
Loved him. This is my jam.
I just asked her to turn down the music. I really didn't get a sense of how loud the music was because with these new headphones and the earmuff style, I could hear it, but I didn't think it was that loud. But so Albert's actually looking fairly good here. He's got a nice angle on that 6 ball.
He just
Spin
has
this
to
in
make
with some left
sure.
hand.
I would actually prefer, rather than kind of flirting with getting perfect shape, just come back to where you are. Make sure you got the
He just took
cut.
his medicine there. He didn't try to do anything too drastic. Could have made it a little bit easier, though. Yeah, he stood way up in that shot again. Although, he got a little jelly rub again.
Did not gift wrap it for Brian. This is not one of the easier shots, but it's makeable.
It's doable, and this is for the win. If you can put this 7 ball in back and forth across the table. A little short. Does he get the horn roll? He doesn't. I thought it might bump into that horn and play a little safer than that.
He's going to duck it for Albert here.
Yes, and we will see if indeed I'm right at 8-6 or whether this is in fact going to be hill-hill. I thought I was right with 8-6. Nice shot. Oh, you saw Lenny one time in Portland, Oregon. That'd be
also a
great
classic.
Okay, so I was right, just based on where Albert's coin is. We are 8-7. All right, so music is now turned down. Hopefully that has eliminated the ability for the music to be heard.
You know, I love the music as a player for sure. However, as streamers, it kills our stream. So we want the streams to stay up, obviously, for many reasons. And a lot of these players go back and watch their games. Like to keep it on file in our archives for you guys to go back and watch if need be. So
I'm with you there, James. Stevie Wonder, phenomenal singer.
one of Grant's favorites.
Indeed.
You play that Superstition song, and Grant just cannot make his feet behave.
I get happy feet. Oh, Brian tries to
Gets
dig
the
down.
1 ball on a huge break. Look at this table. Oh,
4-8
what is that?
have tied up.
Yeah, it is the 4-8.
And it's still not gift wrapped here. There's work to be done. And I have to admit, I'm also a Neil Diamond fan.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Although
Can't resist those classics.
Yeah, my taste in music is pretty wide.
Mine too.
There's some country that I like. If we're gonna get into rap stuff, then it's gotta be Eminem.
I pretty much like anything with words. Like when you get into the heavy metal kind of stuff, it's not really my thing. Anything with words, I'm good with.
I don't mind a little bit of the deep, dark goth stuff, even Typo Negative and some AC/DC, some Metallica.
So So Albert's thinking really hard here. This is his A-side life.
I think he's going to try to utilize the 3-foul rule. He's going to play the two-way, the 1-9, and leave the cue ball behind the 8 ball, because Brian scratched once already off the break.
He's thinking hard. He's just, I think if you're going to do it, you either need to commit to the safety or commit to your shot. It's one of those things where these two ways kind of burns you. That is a nice safety.
That's a great safety. He is in absolute jail.
Separates the 4-8. Locks up Brian pretty good here. Brian might have to go 3 rails, kick the 1.
Yep. Now he can go 3 rails underneath the 1 or 3 rails bottom right side rail, top left side rail.
I like coming off the top rail and kicking the 1.
Great hit. All right, so that negates Albert's plan. But it's kind of dressed up really nicely with that 7 sitting in the pocket like that. That has now made that pocket very, very big. But again, he's gonna have to pinch. So bottom right-hand spin on the cue ball. And you're gonna have to pinch this shot really, really good. Plays it off the 7. Didn't quite get the pinch. But the back cut's still there. Of course, the other option is to play off the 2, send the cue ball in behind the 8-9.
Well, what do you do with this 3 ball? You got to be on top of the 3 ball because it does not go into the top right. Just need to update a score, guys. I'll be right back.
And that's exactly what he's looking at doing, is playing this safety off this 2 ball using the 8-9 as a blocker. Very, very well done.
And then I left him the bank shot. He made the bank. That's why but he's
the only best music is loud music. You got it. So Brian's kind of playing from behind in this rack. He's really not had any good looks, which is obviously to Albert's credit. Great hit. Does it get the legs? It does. Nice shot from Brian. Removes the bow tie from the rack and says, no, if you want it, you gotta earn it. And Albert definitely has done that. He's played a smart rack here. Nice safety there. Again, leaves Brian from playing from behind the 8 ball, so to speak. And that, unfortunately, opens up the entire table with that miss. 3 passes the 8 ball to the bottom left-hand corner, so 2 to the 3. He can just roll up and play the... He can't just play the 3 ball up to the top left-hand corner. You saw him actually place position with the cue ball and ball in hand to play the 3. One problem is, though, you got to play the 2 ball first. Oh, Churchy, you should have come down, buddy. Would have been awesome having you here. And you would have had some roadies. I'm sure you're being from Edmonton, you know exactly who is here. Obviously, Brian Butler is here. Carlos Barbosa. Rob is also here. Would have been good to have you. It's a little bit tight on the angle. I wanted to go over maybe another six inches or so. But it is still doable. 3 does pass that 8, bottom left-hand corner, a little bit of bottom right on the cue ball. And just drag back across on top of that 7 ball. Comes back out. 4 ball top left-hand corner. Yeah, Yard Church. But that's
Churchy,
all right.
I thought you were going to actually be in the vehicle with Brian. The word on the street from Rob and Carlos was you guys possibly talked each other into coming. So I thought you were in the car with Brian. Not really sure what the score is with Carlos and Ben. The last update I had, it was 7-2 for Carlos.
I don't see Carlos's coin, so he's got to be on the hill.
But they are still playing, and Carlos just hung a ball. So Ben is now at the table. Ben must be doing what Ben does best and battling back.
Well, and that was kind of what we talked about earlier with the ebb and flow of the luck. Although Ben's in a little bit tough on this 4 ball. I know you guys can't see it, but he's in tough. Gotta hang it up.
Albert's trying to stay alive here. Go Hill Hill with Brian Butler.
Yeah, we may as well go Hill Hill. Had a late league night Thursday night. Did that include a few wobbly pops?
I feel like your body would already be conditioned to those nights, Church. I feel like that excuse really isn't valid.
Very well done. We are going Hill.
We're at Hills. We're at Hills.
And I can give you the update with Carlos and Ben Francis. It looks like Carlos is looking to finish it up. He's got the 7-9 left.
Not sure what the score is.
Yeah, Ben stands up. I figured he was on the hill. Ben stands up, gives Carlos the 9 ball. So Carlos Barbosa coming up victorious over Ben Francis. And I will run this real quick because I know I'm running out of time before I got to go for a match. It is the Viewer Advantage shopping spree. It's changed a little bit from the last one. 700 Canadian dollars to spend any way you like on any of our sponsors. You can grab the T3 jump brake cue, the JB case, a Jacoby Black. You can buy Jam Up. You can buy.
You can buy 52 Jam Up shirts.
Makes the 9 on the
We
break.
don't judge here.
I went 6.
The 9 gets spotted.
No 9s on the break.
If you do want in to win, qsportslive@gmail.com if you're in Canada. If you are outside of Canada, send a message to the Q Sports Live page and I'll get back to you. Let you know how you can get in it to win it. That draw will be tomorrow evening at the conclusion of this event.
So this rack here, a little bit of cue ball control on this rack.
There's some work to do here for sure.
That 2 ball may just skim by
I
the
think
8.
it passes. I think for sure it passes. Passes the 8 ball. But now he's in a position he could play underneath.
Yeah, and he could take that 2 ball to the top right.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably a smarter move.
Yeah. Darren says, good point, touche.
You forget we know you.
Yeah, right. Mr. Paul Howarder, how are you, sir? Yeah, tough to play. Uh-oh, look out, 9 ball. Look out, 9.
Oh, an adrenaline stroke there. these tables just keep on rolling.
Wow.
They are fast.
I think he got excited. I think he got
That's
excited.
what I
and
said, an adrenaline
maybe
stroke. You
adrenaline
get
did a bit.
a little excited because he saw the out. He saw it.
The positive side to it is even if Brian does get to the table, it's still not a gift wrapped wrap.
No.
You still got to earn it. The 5 being in the position that it's in, we'll see what ends up happening with this shot from Albert. But
Albert
it's
just
still not a give
definitely
me.
does not want to give Brian ball in hand here. Makes the jump.
Does he get good with the 9 again? I'll tell you what.
No, but Brian's up and over.
That is not easy. This is a long distance shot. He's shooting it from downtown and hampered both by the 6 and the 9 ball.
And Brian's just breaking out his extension on the back of his cue there.
Yeah, Paul, you know what? It has been a while since I have actually been on a mic. As of late, it's been more Ryan and Ben. I have been absolutely stone cold busy at my normal job, and I still have probably 3 weeks before I'll slow down a little bit.
So just,
Look at this.
oh, Brian
Look
gets
at
the
this.
hit. Does he get the save?
He was not going for the safe, but comes up rosy. He was going for the make
Albert's
on
got
that.
the edge here. Albert's got the edge of that too, the right side. So Chef on YouTube is just confirming what the format is for this tournament, and you did hear correctly. We have 8 9-foot diamonds and 8 7-foot diamonds here in this venue. The cool thing about this tournament, and this is the second year in a row we've done it this way, the A side, or the winner side, is playing 9 ball on the 9-foots, race to 9. The B side goes to 7-foots, and they play 8 ball, race to 6. Wow, that was very fortunate. So it allows us to run the tournament a little bit quicker because
gotta
we're
go.
not waiting on so many tables.
I got to ref this shot.
Much better for the players. It's a little bit of a mix-up, so a little bit of a different tournament for what we usually run here. But I do like it. This may be a shorter day just because there is less wait time for tables. It's really tough when you have to play, 50 players on 8 tables. So they've just asked Grant to ref the shot here. And that is as clean as it gets, and he moneys the 7 ball in the bottom right. That is 9 ball, and Brian will take it. I like his chances here. So now he just has to roll this 2 ball in. He's got natural shape for the 5. Unfortunately, he does have to roll it by the side pocket if he chooses to do it that way.
That made my job easy reffing that shot.
Yeah, that was clean as they come. Okay, that's not what I had in mind, but maybe Brian's played with the best of them, so Brian's got
He's got a plan. I think he's
something
just
up
going
his
to play
sleeve
the separating safety, send the 5 ball up to the top of the table, and the cue ball down to the bottom of the table. And indeed, John, that was definitely his one time. Steph's profile pic still cracks me up.
That is just my life now. That's just how I look naturally.
Well, we'll see if he can effectively play that separating safety. He hit it beautifully.
I don't know. I think Albert might be able to slice that in.
I don't know. From this angle, it looks like he's got that ball full.
I don't think he's got it
This
full, but I
is
think he's got the
cuttable.
edge that he needs.
This is cuttable for sure.
This is the shot for the win.
Goes
Oh
for
no,
the
he went for the
save.
safety. That's
Does
a
he
good
get
shot.
there? I think he did.
I think
Might have
he
left
did.
Brian a little piece of that 5-ball. I can't tell. Where's our angles? Oh, great shot.
Brian had the slice.
Look at the 9. Look at the 9.
Albert called it. Albert called it. 9-ball. 9-ball.
Tester here for Brian. These are tight pockets on these diamonds. Look outside pocket. Look out.
Oh, no. Wow.
I
Brian
knew
may
that
have
right
just
away. As soon as he was shooting that, I knew that cue ball was going to go to that side pocket.
may have just gift wrapped this for Albert.
Well, we'll see if Albert can hold his nerves. Brian is a monster player.
Albert is a very emotional player too, so
is.
he, like we've seen, gets very excited, lots of adrenaline. He played lights out yesterday. He's willing it. He's willing it.
And just going to stretch across the table.
Yeah, he's a little on the shorter side, so he's stretching a little bit. Just needs to hang it together, hold
A
it
little
together,
on the vertically challenged side. We've got to be politically correct here.
hold it together for 2 more balls. That's all he needs to do.
He's taking...
Brian is a monster, though, so this would be
he's
a good
he's
win.
a beast to take and put on the B side.
Just practicing his stroke. Albert is a bit of a character.
Brian stands up.
Yeah, Brian gives it to him.
Indeed.
So everyone, the B side just got a little bit harder.
Are you kidding? It got a lot
Ben-
harder now.
Ben Francis.
Brian Butler, Ben Francis, Joe Spence,
Yeah.
all on the B side. That makes my life tough.
Yeah, sucks to be
Thanks,
everybody
guys.
else.
With that being said, guys, it is Albert taking down Brian Butler on the A side. We are going to do a quick shutdown restart. We'll be back here. Ben Francis on the mic following the restart. And as soon as we have the next set of matches locked, loaded, ready to go, he will be back bringing you all that action. So I'm going to go play my match. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be back again probably 10-15 minutes from now. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go onto the Facebook page, click that like button. That way, when we do come back live, you will be notified each and every time that we go live. Option is to also go on to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button there. On behalf of myself, Steph Toy, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we will be back shortly. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you in a few, guys.